March 13th, 2010, Crete Memorial Civic Center. It's an institution now, an actual veritable landmark on beautiful Lake Champlain, just north of Plattsburgh, New York. And we're here for the 17th annual Adirondack Builders Association Home Show. It used to be called the Home and Garden Show. A lot of vendors here for 2 days talking about various things connected with the home and garden, home building, and so on. And actually this year there were going to be seminars both Saturday and Sunday on the green side of things for people who want to be environmentally green when they're building at home. So we're going to go around and spend the next little while interviewing people, finding out what the construction business is all about, and getting perhaps some new ideas for you and your home and your family. So stay with us for the 17th annual Adirondack Builders Association Home Show at the Crete Center. And Terry Bisa, how are you? I didn't know you were the president of the Adirondack Builders Association this year. Somebody's got to be someplace. That's great. How many members of this organization is there? How many show up for the home show? 25. Now things are a little bit different this year, but it looks like everybody's jammed in here pretty nicely, and you're going to have some seminars for a couple days.
Yeah, so a lot of it's on energy savings, new ways to save money. Some of it's out there for tax credits for solar panels, some kind of heating, other than using how much of oil you use. So you can actually make one company out here that if you're producing anything in
Well, you know, we've done shows with wind power, we've done shows with solar energy, like they're here, and it's amazing what people can do if they really want to get green, right?
That's true. You want to get green, you can save money. It's a big investment to begin with, but usually in about 7-year payout, 8-year.
Yeah, so their seminars will be great. I'm sure they'll draw a lot of people in here. We're on the waning end of a terrible recession in our country. And of course, it's hit all kinds of business and probably got to the construction business too.
It has to a degree, especially new homes. The small contractor, which I consider myself, I've been very fortunate at work. The years in business.
Well, yeah, experience. And I've talked to a couple of contractors in the last few days who are saying they're going to do very well in 2010. There's quite a few homes to build.
I think that's going to happen to the most back on the track.
Is this home show something that works for these people that are here?
Most of them will gain clientele. I've had a good experience. I know these Plattsburgh housing outlet, Lake Champlain, Spirit Norms, all these other vendors.
They keep coming back.
Coming back, customers, that's why we're here.
It's not bad exposure. Hopefully they're getting a few more people to come in. This is the first day, the first hour of operation on a Saturday, but you'll be in operation all day tomorrow as well, so it's a 2-day affair. There's a lot. I got a lot of good ideas.
Yes, and this is what especially if they're going to remodel or build, they want this was designed either their home or their ideas in their mind, what to see, and then the addition,
Banks are getting a little bit better now, right? About
as far as what I'm hearing,
yeah.
Good job.
We hope to have the vision of hope here on the hometown cable cameras. I didn't mean to tie you up there, Terry. I know you're a busy guy, but thanks so much for chatting with us.
Thank you, Gordon.
Good luck with the home show, my friend.
Thank you.
See you later. Right, you too. We're going to make the circle. We're going to be counterclockwise today. I love to meet left-handed people. How are you?
I am very well.
You're Michelle.
I am Michelle.
I can tell you got the sign.
I do.
We're here at Plattsburgh Housing Outlet. So what do you hope to accomplish here this weekend?
Well, this is always a good lead up for us because our big home, our home show at our office is next weekend.
Oh, it is?
And then the following
that's
week
cool.
is our next installment of our home building seminars, which we've been doing for about the past 6 years. And people are really appreciative of learning about home building. We hold it at a restaurant. There's no cost or obligation to attend. And people just come and learn and see if building a house is for them.
You're in a good spot, right inside the entrance on the right-hand
Yeah,
side.
well, I signed up early, so I got the spot that I wanted. So I was pretty excited about that. It looks pretty cool. My little booth looks like a little house.
Isn't that so cool? And I know you designed the whole thing.
I did.
Did you really?
Yep. We were looking into trade show booths a few years ago, and they can cost tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And I thought, I have all my tradesmen at my disposal. I can make something that's a little more unique, and it was a fraction of the cost.
Just tell me briefly about Plattsburgh Housing Outlet. How long have you been around and what do you do?
We've been in business for the last 2 decades, and my husband and I own the company. And we build manufactured modular homes in about a 100-mile radius around Plattsburgh, New York, and into northern Vermont.
You're hoping 2010 is going to be the best year of at least the last 3.
That would be good. Last year was actually quite successful for us. The year before that was a little, wrong year. But we've been off to a good start this year, so I'm hopeful. People I think are really being smart where they spend their money and, looking at building a new house, which is more energy efficient. There's whole segments here on green building and Energy Star, and we can help them accomplish all of that.
I hope you do.
I hope I am too.
Michelle, thanks so much for chatting with us. Have a
Absolutely.
wonderful weekend at the home show.
Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you. Well, we moved 2 steps. Wells National Bank. Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
You are Kimberly
Kimberly Place, the assistant manager at the Cornelius Program.
and
I'm Barb Dennis. I'm from Transfers, the merchant service provider for Plattsburgh National Bank.
just tell us a little bit about
Well, we hope to expose people to all of the products that we offer, not just the mortgage side, just the other products, but that is why most people are here, so that we provide them with rates, looking for, and anything.
never had a question where you couldn't answer.
We always get the answer. We don't
I
know.
hope you get some good cards, It's all the time.
We have, and the wonderful thing is we don't ever get into any of that subprime lending, so our rules are pretty much stayed the
Aren't you
same.
happy about that?
Yes, everyone's happy.
Things are. Things are.
They are getting great. We have a lot of home equity and mortgage applications. Our rates are very, very competitive, so it's really great.
Always keychains and pens. What would we do to get behind these safe things?
Have to have the chocolate.
So what's your association?
Well, I work for Transfers, which is the merchant processing arm of Plattsburgh National Bank. So we are a vendor and a partner of Plattsburgh National. We work very closely with them.
About a year and a half, almost 2 years now.
Be a fun weekend in terms of exposure, getting the word out, getting the name out.
Right.
Always marketing. We have to always think about
Absolutely.
marketing.
And it's not just, consumers, it's also we have lots of realtors here, so we want to make sure that they know that we can provide their customers with mortgages and home equity products.
For the Adirondack Builders Association Home Show, a lot of professionals are in and out of here.
Yes,
People
there
who
are.
are in business, they want to know what the other guy is doing.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And so it's nice to hobnob,
Yes.
rub shoulders with all of these people who are good friends. We live in a pretty decent part of the country.
We live in a great part of the country. I love it here.
Let's just hope that 2010 is
Better.
going to explode for all of us.
Yes.
There have been too many dark days, don't you agree?
Pretty much, but we haven't been hit as hard as many of the other
Yeah.
areas. So that was one of our famous ads from last year is, turn
know
down
it
the doom
was.
and gloom. So
Well, it's true.
Yeah.
And we're always harbingers of a brighter day today and an even brighter day tomorrow. And we are in some measure insulated in so many ways up here in the North Country.
Right.
May it always be so.
Absolutely.
You're a charming couple. Thanks
Thank
so
you,
much
Gordy.
for saying hello to us today and have a great day.
thank you. You
Thank
too.
you.
later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I know.
Just want to apologize briefly for some weaker sound than we normally like to have on our hometown cable shows. We had a little microphone problem in the beginning of our program, but we've checked out the errant part and have it working fine now, and all the rest of our interviews should be up close and personal, just the way they should be, as we're talking to you from the Adirondack Builders Association 17th Annual Home Show at the Crete Memorial Center in Plattsburgh. I can read the signs. It says early riser. Who are you?
Gary Buckpit.
And
I'm Doug Mason.
I'm pleased to meet you guys. So you're tag teaming today, huh?
Yes, we are.
Tell us a little bit about early riser. I don't think I know much about it.
Well, Early Riser started 18 years ago as a snow plowing company, and then we've expanded over the last 18 years to do lawn care, landscaping, hardscapes, retaining walls, excavation. We're doing a lot of things.
You're making me tired just talking. Going through the list here.
We have to stay on top of things. We have 5 families that depend on us having enough work year round.
Is it something you yourself started?
Yes, I did. Yep.
Did you have a plan, or did it just
No,
happen? or-
no. I had a plan. I had a business plan when I first started. I was selling insurance at the time. Still
You
sell
were.
insurance.
And you
Yep.
still do that?
Yes, I do. Started with the business plan. It was just basically to help my children with their college education, and then it's grown from there.
Is it growing? I know it's been a last tough couple of years for some people.
We had a small amount of growth last year. We've added a nursery and garden center. We added that in 2007 or 2006. I'm sorry, and every year it's a little something. So,
You have to, when you start a business, you have to allow a couple of years, right, to get firmly
absolutely
established.
Absolutely.
So what's your association with it?
Well, I work for the Buck Pits here at Early Riser, and been working for them for a couple of years, and it's a great company. We do great work, and
I believe you. What else could he say, right? With the boss standing right here. I bet you didn't do a heck of a lot of snow plowing this year.
No, it was very
Isn't
very
that
quiet.
amazing?
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
What do you do most of?
It's a pretty even mix, really.
It is.
Yes, it is. If you take an average over it almost breaks out even from winter to summer work.
No kidding.
Yep.
Well, that's good. You don't have,
Absolutely.
You don't have time to take a long nap then, right?
No, we don't. We're lucky in the spring. Sometimes we might have a 2-week, 3-week lull, and in the fall the same between the end of the season and the start of the snow season. But there again, it depends how the snow falls. I mean, sometimes you're plowing snow the middle of November, and you're not done till the middle of April.
So where are you located?
On Flanagan Drive, 21 Flanagan
Well, that's
Drive
pretty
here.
easy to find.
Absolutely. Right behind Sam's.
I love it. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Good luck at the home show.
Thank you.
See you later.
Have a great day.
Well, we're with Bruce Champagne. How are you, buddy?
Good. How are you,
We've
Gordon?
seen your signs in a lot of places.
I've been around a little while.
I think you have. When did
1971.
you really?
Started.
Started
I'm
in
on
a-
about my 40th year here.
Oh, you're going to do it till you get it right, is that it?
Yes, we try. We try hard. I've got some good men working for me, and I like to keep them busy. And so we're looking forward to hopefully another busy year.
Well, you know,
Seems
it's
to be picking up,
everybody is saying that. There's a lot of optimism in this room. There has to be. I mean,
Yes.
the rest of the world are all crying the blues. somebody said get rid of the doom and gloom and think positively. Maybe things will happen. But I think we're turning corners, Bruce.
Yes. I think if the market stays up and they keep the interest down, that's going to help.
Yeah. What kind of stuff have you been doing lately? What's your plan for 2010 here?
Ourselves, we just do new vinyl siding, vinyl shakes, vinyl replacement windows, doors, storm doors, and of course the porch repair and rot repair that would go with the job. A lot of new trim, but basically siding, windows, and doors.
A lot of great new products, aren't there, in the last few years since you started in the business?
Oh yeah,
this
now
stuff
we've
wasn't
got
even heard of when you started.
Now we've got a nice insulated siding where when you side, you're insulating at the same time. The insulation's laminated right to the vinyl, so it's
no kidding. So you don't have to put the stuff, Celotex and stuff underneath anymore, or what?
no, not with this product. You know, if you go with this, you're insulating at the same time, and
that's always a good
and
thing.
for the people that like that, you know, they say they didn't like the vinyl because it was bushy. This is
solid.
So this has been pretty popular, and we've got a nice line of vinyl shakes that you can add to a certain area of the house to make it, you know, to change or on a gable.
Now, most of your work within a 20-mile radius, or do you branch out into other counties, or how does that work, Bruce?
Well, we go into Franklin County a little bit, and a little bit, you know, towards Elizabethtown, up towards Saranac Lake, and try to stay within about a 50-mile radius if it's possible.
Now, how big a group do you have working for you? Does it vary?
No, I've got 5 men and my wife and I.
Are you out working every day?
Oh yeah, selling and supplying the jobs, setting them up, and it takes a little bit to keep a couple crews going, and some of the guys have been with me for 25 years.
Have they really?
Yeah, my window guy's been with me 23. So I got 2 men at 25, 1 at 23, 13, and 8.
You're going to do it till you drop. I know you will.
I got to keep them boys going. They're real good. They do a real good job, and that's the important thing.
Yeah.
They know what I want, and I know what they want, what they do, and so I get out and get to work, and we try to give everybody a nice job try to keep a nice fair price.
Nice to come down here for a couple of days every year and get to meet all the other folks in business around. And
oh yeah, well I deal with a lot of
course you do.
Different people. You sub out a few different things like drain gutter work and things like that.
Yeah.
And I send people to the early rise.
Yeah.
People for if they're interested in any, want to know who they can get for landscaping. I recommend these people.
That's great.
There's a guy I recommend for power washing.
One big
guy
family,
that I use for the rain gutters. I don't do it myself, but I bring him in. I've been with him. Robertson Gardner's been doing my gutter work for 20 some years now.
No kidding.
Yeah.
It helps.
And then everything else we do ourselves.
Yeah, that's wonderful. You're well established, and there aren't very many people that don't know your name, and that's the name of the game, right?
Well, we try.
They recognize you right off the bat.
Yeah, well, we try hard.
Yeah.
Try to stay out there.
Bruce, it's great to see you.
Same here.
Good luck at the home show this weekend.
Thank
Have
you.
a good year.
Well, starting out pretty good.
I love it.
A few people signed up for estimates.
Let's do it. See you later.
Yeah.
We're having fun today, meeting all kinds of people, including Bill Jackson. How are you, Bill?
Good. How you doing?
We were just getting your whole life history. You weren't brought up here.
No, I wasn't, but I was brought up in the Albany area.
Were you, Albany?
Oh, yeah, Albany area.
Well, your wife lived up here. You said on Draper Avenue.
Draper Avenue, yes, right next to SUNY.
Isn't that amazing? Now you bought a place on the lake.
Yes, we do. We have a place on Fern Lake, outside of Sable Forks, where I can view White's Face Mountain from my dock.
Isn't it? Fern Lake is great.
Oh, yeah.
People don't realize the history of Fern Lake, but it goes way back to the J.J. Rogers Company and
right, because that was a man-made lake that he built for water power.
Yeah.
All
the people that worked for him in the mines, and that's another story. Let's talk about Country Log Homes.
Right. We represent a company that's been in business since 1978 with the same family. We have a hand-peeled red pine log to give it the rustic Adirondack type look, or we have the milled pine look. So we can do them either way, make them simple like it belongs in the country, or elegant, 4,000 or 5,000 square feet if you want them, or 1,000.
Now, how long have you been in this business?
Since we built our home in 2003.
No kidding.
All right.
So you've been doing it for a while.
Oh, yes.
Have you always liked log homes?
Yes, we have.
Everybody does. And you see more and more of them around the North Country. Hopefully they're mostly yours, right?
Well, that's what we're working for. That's our goal, to help people build their dreams.
Do you have a model home somewhere, or do you?
We live in it.
So they come right to your place?
Right to my house. This is mine during construction
that's it?
stages.
Oh.
All right, and that's what it is like now.
Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
We go down into the mountains of northern Georgia a lot of times, and North Carolina, and a lot of log homes up in the mountains down there is vacation homes, and they're beautiful.
Oh, yes, they are. And we've sent some, our company has sent some down there
No
over the
kidding.
years. Oh, yes. We'll ship them all over the U.S.
So how does it work? People come to you, you show them all kinds of plans, show them through your house.
Right. And if they don't like the plans, bring me yours.
Yeah.
We'll
You can work with them.
we'll work with yours, because we don't do cookie cutter. We customize whatever the people want, and
And so you do the building too? You put it all together?
I personally don't do the building.
No, but I mean, you
I would supervise and show them how we can set it up so that the customer themselves can build their own home, because it comes with a picture, with a diagram, all numbered. All numbered.
Can you picture me trying to build something
This is
from
A
numbers?
and B, how they go together.
Yeah.
A-
A lot of people do tackle their
They can, yes.
Or you can suggest contractors.
Suggest local contractors that we've worked with to help them put it together.
That's great. Bill, thanks so much for chatting with us today.
Thank you for stopping
I hope
by.
you sell a few homes this weekend.
Well, hey, that would be nice.
Good luck. We'll
luck.
stop
Thank
back
you.
and see how you did. See you later. I'm sorry. We had the interview all done and Kelvin hadn't hit the start button. It's called Woodhill
Woodhill Electric.
Electric.
We're located in Raybrook, New York. However, we do the entire North Country, all the way from Lake Champlain down to Lake George area, anything in the Adirondacks. And we're more than just electric. We can do everything from residential to commercial to home lighting control, AV systems, as well as home theaters.
She's got it. You're Beverly and you are
Alice.
Yeah, I introduced you before we hit the on button. I'm just so anxious. And we have sound effects?
We absolutely do. What we're showing here is our home theater package that we have created just for this program. That has everything for home lighting control, as well as our Blu-ray player, our 46-inch LCD TV. And with Woodhill Electric, we can do everything.
I don't think I've ever seen this company here at the home show before.
We're new.
Ta-da! Brand new company?
No, actually, we're not a brand new company, but we're new to the home show here, and we're just expanding our territory into the AV market as well as home lighting control. Anyone who wants to set the tone in their home to make sure that it's very comforting and inviting needs total home control. It's a new green method.
We were watching. It's so opportunistic that you folks were here this weekend. There was a big show on one of the major news networks last week about how of the new ways people can control things in their home from their cell phone.
And their iPods, their
And
iTouch.
their
Yeah, so
iPods,
you
and
have control over your home and the security of your home. So you can turn on your fireplace if you're on vacation. You can make it look like you're at home to scare away anyone that's,
That would frighten the burglars out if you turned the fireplace on when they were stealing your jewelry.
Exactly. You can turn the lights flashing on and off as a security system. You can do anything remotely.
This is the wave of the future here today.
Absolutely it is, and we can do anything as small as a security package. So as soon as you enter your home, or before you even get out of your car to get into your home, you can hit a light, and it lights up a complete pathway into your home. Or we can do a whole home lighting.
And you have a home office where?
In Raybrook, New York.
In Raybrook.
We have a showroom there. We have a home theater showroom. We also do automated Lutron shades. We have that in there also, and a place to sit down and talk, tell people what we do.
And I'm sure you're delighted anytime to give people ideas.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. And we'll go right to your job site as well and map everything out for you.
before, during, or after construction. I'm sure people who have homes already established can still install a lot of good stuff.
Many of our things are retrofittable, which means that they automatically pop in where your original light fixtures and things were and your controllers.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah, it's
Have
great.
a wonderful weekend. It's
Thank you
nice
so
to meet
much.
both of you. See you later.
Have a nice day.
Yes. We're there, Dorrance, right up the road from me on the Kent Falls Road, Morrisonville.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Sandy Rio, how are you doing?
I'm pretty good, Gordy, thank you.
Always have a great display. This year it looks like it's bigger and better than ever.
Every year gets a little bigger.
They always have this tub with the waterfall every year. That's been a
Laminar
big
flow.
That's been a big hit.
That's always a big hit. Water is always a big hit.
Isn't it amazing?
Kids love water, but you know what? Adults do too. Everybody loves the
Everything's
water.
running here. Look at the sinks. The coolest stuff.
The coolest stuff.
Air Dorrance has been in business for a long time. Yes, you can come over here,
Come on
Frank.
over, Frank.
Get right over, Frank. How are you?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you, buddy. She said, I hope somebody comes to pull my chestnut fire. I don't want to
Frank's
do
the man
this.
to talk to.
How you been, Frank?
Pretty good, not too bad at all. You know, we're staying busy. Things are good up in Morrisonville. We're, spring looks like it's finally coming. We're enjoying the season and have lots of fun things to do.
Air Dorrance has been in business
50 years-ish.
Is it
50 years this year officially, actually.
No kidding.
Yeah.
We used to have a road that went all the way through, to the Gatto Road back in the olden days before the bridge closed.
Yeah, well, it's a nice bridge, but
now Air Dorrance is a destination.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What kinds of things do you have in your little bag of tricks down there at Air Dorrance?
Well, obviously we've got the 6,000 square foot Kohler Premier showroom, and with the flooring showroom also that's over 2,000 feet, beautiful flooring pieces on display that we run. Then of course we do just about everything, as you're well aware. Heating systems, culvert, road fabric, water mains, water softeners, and it just goes on and on and on.
Isn't it nice to be in business long enough, Sandy, so your name is synonymous with the stuff you do?
It is.
right?
It is absolutely. It's a definite.
You must have done something right.
While my folks in the staff, it's all about hiring the very best people because the people are what make the difference, and we're very proud of the people we've got because they are so good at what they do.
Situated on the banks of the beautiful Saranac River.
Beautiful
I
location.
try to tell people about it. It's hard to explain. I said, you just have to be there.
Absolutely.
And it's worth the trip. It's always worth the trip to go to Air Dorrance.
What a great spot.
It's all of 7 minutes from 7 minutes from the Northway exit, and to see the only Kohler Premier showroom north of our showroom in Albany, which is the next nearest one of that
that's right.
type.
I forgot that.
And there's nothing in Vermont that's a premier showroom in the way of Kohler, so it is the destination if you want to see a top-end showroom with lots of working pieces and really good-looking vignettes.
He's got the routine down pat,
he
doesn't
does.
he? That's why his
But
name
he's
is
right.
Dorrance.
He's right.
Thanks so much, guys, and good luck this weekend. Sell some stuff, will you?
Hey,
We
have
sure
a great
will.
season. Thank you very
I
much.
always
We'll
do.
love it. Thank you.
No, of course you can't see it. It's an invisible fence. It's Kevin and Jason, right?
That's right. Yes.
What a team. What a team. Let's talk a little bit about invisible fence.
Okay.
Tell us about it.
Invisible fence is a fence that we use to contain dogs. It's customizable. We can go around anybody's piece of property, customize it to their yard, keeping dogs safe, contained at their home. We can keep their dogs out of flower gardens, play areas. It's basically a 100% guaranteed containment system for your dog.
Big or small?
Doesn't matter.
The size dog, the size property?
Most of the customers we deal with, they have the big dogs, and they think this isn't going to keep my dog in. My dog's hard-headed. It's
Guess what?
Yeah, exactly.
It works, baby. I've seen it
and
work.
when you're bringing them around, training them, they start to get some pinches at first. That's just how you're getting them used to the fence. And people will say, my dog's going to run right through that. But you see, once the dog, I had a Bernese Mountain Dog jump up when he
how
first,
big the Bernese Mountain Dogs
They're big,
are?
and I didn't expect that. I was like, well, he's a big dog. This isn't going to bother him. But, you start him off on low settings, and, little Chihuahuas up to a big Bernese Mountain Dog. It doesn't matter what size they are. It keeps any dog in.
With the invisible fence, we actually install it. We train the pet with the homeowner.
Oh, you do?
Yep. So it's not just a matter of, we don't just install it and walk away and give you a video and show you how to. We show you step by step on how we train your dog.
And invisible fence has been around now. It's just well established.
35 years.
35 years.
Is that possible?
No, I know.
It is.
Yeah.
And right out of our Champlain office, we've got 22 years experience. So
your office is in Champlain.
Yep.
No, we're right
in the Turnpike.
Right on the Turnpike. It's just it's an invisible fence of Champlain Valley.
Yeah. I know exactly where you're located. Yeah. So what's the biggest job you've ever done?
I've done some big jobs up in Keene
Have you really?
Valley. Yeah.
Around a huge property?
Yeah, probably 2,500 feet of line, which is.
You can do acreage of it.
You can do acreage. Yeah.
We tell people we don't recommend. I mean, I think you can do up to
20 plus acres.
Yeah, 20 plus. But when you're but when you're getting that big, it's kind of pointless. Most of the yards we do are maybe 2-3 acres. Those are the average yards, but obviously you can go bigger. But yeah, and you
city yard.
Yeah, city yard. Yep.
Yeah.
Every package includes 500 feet, which is a half acre.
And we do driveway cuts too. So, people wonder, is it just going to go over the top of my paved driveway? No, we seal it back up and we cut in and lay the wire right in there.
That's it.
And we put it around. We just the electronics are set up. It's some people ask too. It's pretty much just like a radio signal sending around the wire around your house. And when the stuff, if a tree root pops it up in the winter or the ground shifts and it breaks, people I don't want to touch it. It's not electrified. You're not going to get hurt from it. Your dog doesn't get hurt from it. If your kids are playing around, they're not going to get hurt. And the dog, it doesn't hurt the dog. It's supposed to be uncomfortable for them. That's why you want to keep them in your yard. We tell people we'd rather see your dog get pinched and yelp than you're picking them up off the road, because those are family members for people. They're like kids for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
So we want to take care of them.
You guys are selling it good. I love it. Thanks so much for talking with us, gentlemen. Have a wonderful day, will you?
All right, thank you very much.
See you later.
Appreciate it.
Take care.
Boy, this is the movingest show on television. I tell you, we've going around the home show here at the Crete Center, the Adirondack Builders Association. You can move closer here.
She's trying to get out of the photos.
Now, who have we got here?
Tom, Maggie, and Vicky.
Vicky. And what's the business?
Mr. Modular.
I love it. Did you come up with that name, or is that a...
Yeah, 26 years ago.
Really?
Yep. Started in 1984.
Is that possible?
Yeah, it's hard to believe, I know.
Time flies.
Vicky was remembering doing braces for our grandchildren.
Yeah.
We're up to 20 grandchildren and 26 great-grandchildren now. And Megan, whose braces you did, is going to have her second baby on May 19th. And, time goes on. So let's talk about Mr. Modular. What about it?
Well, we build modular homes. We're the only one that I know of that does the complete job. We buy land, put the house on it, do the basement, the well, septic, do it all ourselves.
Really?
We don't sub anything out except for the well.
Did you always plan it that way, or did it just happen?
It happened by mistake. The
best things in life happen by mistake.
You get other people to do a mistake, and then you still are responsible for it. So when you have to go back and correct somebody else's mistake, if you're going to do that, I felt you might as well do it yourself. And that way it's done right the first time.
So how do they come to your house? How do they check this all out?
Oh, I have an office on Route 3 in Clayburgh, and people come up there, and we don't have any models because it just adds cost to the...
Sure.
So I custom build the houses the way they want them. We have brochures that you can start with, and then we can go alter the plans, and that's how it basically works.
Why is modular a good way to go?
It's the only way to go.
That house right there.
Because the house is built on an indoor, outside of the weather. If you go by and see somebody stick building a house, then tomorrow it's all open and you're going to see the rain, snow, people stealing half the stuff that was delivered.
You read about it in the paper too, don't you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And our house is built from start to finish inside. so it never hits the elements of the air or the wind. Built to the same code as a stick-built house. They're both built to the Boca code.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I did not know that till right now.
Yeah, and so that separates us from the HUD houses, which have to have everything shipped in them, and they're coming on a steel frame, and you get to invite all your friends and neighbors over to take the tires off. And then polyester curtains and all that, but it's not. Those houses are for a lot of people. I mean, they can't afford a regular modular. But basically, we're built to the same as a stick-built house. It is a stick-built house, just built in a factory.
So how many? Do you have any idea how many you've done in all those years?
No, I'd say over 1,000 now.
Come on.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I usually do 15 to 20 a year. Last year was the worst year since I've been in business.
Well,
I did
you can understand that because of the
And this
economy.
year, I've already got more houses sold this year than I did last year. I've got financing now with the USDA for people that don't make a lot of money. We can get them into a house with no money down, 100% financing, and no PMI. It's an awesome program.
These are exactly the kinds of things that we want to hear
in this area
to build up confidence
Exactly.
in people.
No, I think it's going to be a super year. I mean, I'm totally looking forward to it.
It's about time.
Yeah.
You guys deserve it.
I closed my first loan with the USDA yesterday, and we're going to start building it on Wednesday on the Stafford Road. I own some land over there.
The ground's still frozen.
Yeah, no, you come down, I'll show you.
Yeah, I know you.
I own 60 lots on the base.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, good for
The
you.
new base, yeah. We've got 2 houses over there, and we're just waiting for 58 more neighbors.
You're going to keep doing this till you drop.
No, I'm about 100. I figure 100. My father was 92 when he quit running
really?
the dozer for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got to wait. You got to wait yet.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, it's great to talk to you. Good
Okay.
luck with your business. Nice
Thanks.
to see you.
Okay.
Her teeth look great today, too.
That's good.
See you later.
All right, thanks.
All right, we're right in front of the Bobcat sign. Who are you?
I'm Adam Hungerford, the branch manager of the new Bobcat of Plattsburgh.
Talk about it a little bit. Tell me about it. I didn't know you were even here.
Well, we're new. We just got here.
Well,
we
that's
haven't
why.
even we haven't even opened yet.
Oh, come on.
No, 21st is our first day of opening, and but we're there. We're there every day. We got stuff coming every day, new equipment.
Now, where's the location?
It's on the corner of Route 3 and 190.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep. Across from the Kitty Corner, so to say. Yep. So we'll be renting stuff, selling stuff, servicing equipment.
Are you from this area?
No, I'm actually from Watertown.
A lot of people here have transplants from Watertown.
Carol from Champlain Valley. She's originally in the area of Watertown.
4 or 5 people so far. That's a beautiful part of the country too. I know Watertown extremely well.
Yeah. Well, I was gotta say something good about Plattsburgh. If it's such a nice area in Watertown and they're coming to Plattsburgh.
This North Country is the best anyway.
Yeah, but we're finding that out. We've been here about 3 weeks. It is a nice area.
3 weeks?
3 weeks. I know it's a short period of time.
How
but,
did you get involved with this, Bobcat?
Well, I've been working with a dealership in Watertown for about 5 years now, and got afforded the opportunity to come up here and start a new store. And I was up here for a week to check things out and thought it's a nice area. Why not? Let's do it.
Why not? We got people around here can build you a new house and everything else, you know.
Well, we're renting right now, so
are you really?
You never know. Maybe someday we'll have to.
Who knows what the future might bring?
That's right.
It pleases me to see new businesses starting in this area because we're on the other side of this economic hump that we were over.
Oh, I heard about that with the closing of the base.
There's so many things that have happened here over the last few years, not to mention the terrible international recession. So things are going to get better, I hope.
They can only get better,
Now,
right?
are you building a new building, or what's the story?
No, we bought a building, and they're doing an 8-week-long renovation on the building. And they're moving right through real quick. It's going to look good, so welcome anybody to stop by, take a look, check out the progress. But we will be open on the 21st in the back half of the building as a temporary home.
And there, Bobcat has a lot of products, right?
Oh, we do. I mean, just look at all the brochures that we have here. It's anything you need to do, Bobcat can do it. And we'll have more than just Bobcat. We're going to have floor sanders and nailers and tampers, concrete mixers, you name it. So
it sounds like a plan to me. Sounds like it's going to work because Bobcat's been around for a while.
Yes.
And they wouldn't open an office here unless they thought they could do well.
Yep. Yep. And that's the idea. We plan to do well. We plan to do great business, but we're going to do it through hard work and excellent customer service.
I think you've got the energy, I can tell. Good
All
luck.
right.
It's nice to meet you. Good luck.
Thank you.
See you later. Oh, we got a father and son team here today. I know you're Rollin.
Rollin.
Rollin, last name?
Trombley.
And?
RJ Trombley.
RJ, Ward Lumber. Here we are at the home show. You guys have been at the home show before. I know you have every year, right?
Every year since we've had it.
Yeah.
17 years.
Is it set? Come on.
17.
Started as a child?
No, I've been probably 10.
Well, that counts.
Yeah, it does.
Well, that's great. Talk a little bit about Ward Lumber. It's a name that's so well known here in the North Country.
Fourth generation company. Jay Ward's the president.
Yeah, we read his little article.
You read his
name every day. He's such a good guy.
2 stores, Malone and Jay. Pretty diversified, right from the foundation. We can supply right up to the roof trusses, windows, doors.
We've got a mill located in Jay. We mill white pine that's locally harvested. Big push this year is the green movement. So we've got a lot of products that are, most of our products are green. Again, we can do from the basement to the rafters.
And Ward's been around, as you said, for a long, long time, so hopefully the name is synonymous with the building business, and that doesn't hurt when they walk in the door.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. And Jay is not that far from Plattsburgh.
It's a nice little ride.
It is.
It's a nice
Scenic.
little ride. Scenic.
Of course it is.
Yep. And we have the one in Malone too. That's a short distance from Plattsburgh. We ship everywhere, so crane trucks, box vans, 5-ton. If you got a muddy driveway, we can get it there.
I know that. You guys are the best. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day. Sell
you.
something this weekend, will you?
We'll try.
You promise?
What you buying?
Not with this wallet.
Yeah.
See you later, guys.
Yeah,
Have a
thank you.
wonderful day.
Thank you.
We are going to talk solar energy. Crest Solar.
Yes, sir.
Who are you again?
Kurt Snyder.
Kurt, you look familiar. Are you from this area?
I am. I'm from Keysville.
That's even better.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about your organization here.
Oh, we've been in business since 2004, and just a small business. There's me and 2 employees, and we're breaking into the solar energy market. So,
why solar? Why is it important?
It's important for a lot of different reasons. Everything from limiting greenhouse gas emissions to renewable, reliable power. So.
Have you done a few installations around?
Yeah, we have. We've, like I said, we've been in business since 2004, and we probably have over 100 total installations in the area. Yeah. So,
mostly private homes or businesses?
Almost all of it's private homes. There are a couple of businesses that we've done, but most of it's just residential at this point.
Well, we're at a point in our planet where we better do a few things, right?
Well, somebody's got to, and people take a little more responsibility for their own, and, be less that other people have to do for them.
Do you have an office right in Keysville, or?
We're working out of my home at the moment. I do have an office there at the home, and we can set up appointments to people come and talk about
Is this your first year at the home show, Coach?
No, this is the second year I've been here. Yep, I was here last year.
Well, let's hope 2010 is a good year. We've talked to quite a few people so far, and they think at least they hope and pray that 2010 will be better than last year.
Well, 2009 I was still able to add 2 employees.
No kidding.
So we're still growing, and the future looks bright.
Time is right.
Time is right.
Time is right for solar.
Yep.
It's nice to meet you, Kurt.
Nice to
Best
meet you
of
too.
everything.
Thank you.
See you later. All right, we turned the corner. We're in a very homey-looking little spot here.
Thank
Skip,
you.
What's your last name, Skip?
Skip Prairie. Last name's Prairie.
Tell us a little bit about the windows and doors here.
Windows and Doors by Brownell. We're an organization that's here in Plattsburgh. I've been here about 3 years now. We have a store over in Vermont, in Williston, Vermont also. We've been at this home show, I think, for maybe 5 or 6 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So we've had pretty good luck with it. decent day out there today, so hopefully we can get some people out of their yards and in the door.
And you have some pretty big names and products that you sell too.
We sell exclusively Marvin windows and doors. We do some other entry door systems through Simpson and Therma-Tru, but in general I'd say the majority of our product is directed towards Marvin.
And some of these new doors and windows are pretty help toward energy efficiency, don't they?
Absolutely. There's a program going a lot of people are aware of, and the ones that aren't should be, that the federal government's offering a tax credit on energy efficient products that's well worth the time and effort to take a look at. It's a program that on windows and doors that meet the criteria, a 30% of the purchase price up to a maximum of $1,500. So,
no kidding.
Yeah, so it's something that if people are on the edge or on the fence of looking at doing a project, they should be definitely looking at replacing those windows and doors at this time before the end of this year. The program ends the end of this year, 2010.
So get busy, folks.
Get busy, folks. That's right.
Skip, it's great to meet you.
It was nice meeting you also.
And your invisible friend over there, too. Have a great day.
You too, thanks.
See you later, Skip. We drive by the sign every single day of Dooley and Associates.
Yep.
Who are you?
My name's Ron Darragon.
And?
Elise Priette.
Yep, we've been working with Dooley's for, I've been 7 years.
Oh my, I've been there since 97 or 8.
Yep.
Yeah, and Don Dooley's been around in the business since before he had a mustache.
Exactly.
So you know how long ago that is.
Yes, he's been around for a while. Yep, well known around here. Yep. So it's really a great place to be. Housing market steady right now.
Just keep telling us that.
Yep.
We want to hear positive
Yes.
things about the housing market.
It's steady. You just have to hang in there with it. The banks are just taking their time a little bit. You just got to go with the flow and, work through the issues, and it'll close.
Things have got to get better because we reached a pretty big low there a while back.
Yeah, we have.
We like the signs that we've seen so far here today, but just the tempo generally in the area seems to be picking up. Has a little bit to do with our nice mild winter.
Yes.
People are scared though. There's so many of them losing their jobs. I mean, I just got laid off from Wyeth as of yesterday.
Well,
so
join the club. We know how that routine works.
Yep. Yeah.
So Calvin's wife Judy worked at Wyeth for a long, long time.
Yep.
It's tough.
It's scary.
So you better sell about 4 houses today then.
That would be really good.
Yeah. It's just going. And I mean, you see people out there, they need a place to live. It's rental. Some of them, the rent and with the market price right now, you can really get into a home cheap. And with the first-time home buyer credit, $6,500 for upgrade buyers, and for first-time buyers, $8,000. So
they got until the end of April, though. They got to have that contract.
But there are some good incentives right now.
Yes.
If you dally too long, you're going to miss out on some of this good stuff. Yeah.
It's a buyer's market to a point. Yeah. You have some negotiating power, but when you get on that, you've got to get on, because we're in a lot of multiple offers right now. A lot of multiple offer situations, so it makes a difference, just get on it, be serious, and go. And I've got showings this afternoon, listing coming up. So.
Do you really?
Yep.
You mean you can't stay here all day?
No, I can't be here all day. Got to get out there.
Beat the bushes.
Exactly.
You missed the party the other night too.
I missed the party. I was out.
Oh, what
listing
a shame,
and that's it. Being flexible is what I try to do. When people need me, I'm there. Weekends, nights, whenever.
Yeah, that's the nature of the beast, isn't it, huh?
Exactly.
It's great to meet both of you.
Yes,
I hope
too.
you're tremendously successful this weekend and far into the future.
We will be. We definitely will be.
See you
Thank
later.
you. Yep.
Bye-bye. We interview big people and little people. Who are you?
I'm Erica Haley from Keysville, New York.
And who are you?
Haley Christensen from Peru.
From where?
Peru.
Peru, that's even better. Well, what's going on here? Are you in a Girl Scout troop?
Yeah, we are, and we're doing a project for Girl Scouts. Her name's Flat Sally from the books Flat Stanley. And
because she's flat.
Yeah. We also have another Flat Sally, and she's going around the world.
Around the world? You mean she can fly?
No. Well, she's going on airplanes. And
she is?
Yeah.
Well, tell us, what's it all about? What are you doing?
Well, first first, each girl in our troop in 4120, we each get a turn to take Flat Sally on a few adventures. So then we have a journal to write about.
And this is an adventure.
Yeah.
Coming to the Adirondack Builders Association Home Show. Are you both going to write about it?
Yeah.
Are you really? Then what do you do with it?
Next April, she's gonna go with my friend Haley to Louisiana.
Come on, Louisiana?
Yeah, my mom and Papa live there.
Oh, that'll be an adventure. That'll be a great adventure. Who made this Flat Sally?
Our friend Janelle, and she just made the body, and we decorated the whole thing.
Everybody decorated it together. We have another one that we had groups. 3 people, Tamsin, you and Louise decorated this Flat Sally, and the other one that's going around the Girl Scout, 2 Girl Scouts around the world. I decorated with Janelle,
and Kennedy,
and Avery.
That's great. And I think people can probably go on the internet on their computers and look up Flat Sally
Yeah.
and find out all
We
of
actually
Flat
have
Sally and Flat Stanley too.
Yeah.
Right?
We have a website too for Girl Scouts.
Do you?
And we just like helping people raise money for Haiti and the Army.
That's great. You're a good couple of gals. I'm pleased to meet you. Good luck with Flat Sally.
Thank you.
See you later, kids.
Bye.
Bye. All right, who are you again?
Mike Grems from Lowe's.
Yeah.
And we're out at the ABA show and here to build up customer base. And we got a couple new programs. The quote support program.
What's that?
And what it is if you spend more than $2,500 in materials, we submit the quote to corporate and they go line by line and can give a nice discount. So we're
that's pretty good.
A lot more competitive. We also match all competitors' prices. And Matt here, we have a new service where he comes out and he does all measurements for your estimates. You can stay at home and relax, and he takes care of all the rest.
Oh, I like that
And we do all
idea.
yep, it's nice.
Well, Lowe's has really established itself in this area.
We have, yeah.
How long have you been with them?
2 years now.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can find just about anything when you go there. It's easy to it's easy to find because it's so cotton big and big.
Yeah.
Right. So you enjoy working? Is this your first big job or what?
Well, this is the first show I've done for Lowe's, yes.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
It's fun. You get to meet a lot of business people.
Yeah, I see a lot of contractors, a lot of my customers, and it's good to get out in the public and let them know we're here to help.
Good to maintain that contact. Well, Lowe's certainly has the name.
Oh, yeah.
You're working for a good organization.
Yes, sir.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too,
Good
sir.
luck.
Thank you.
See you later.
Yep.
Well, you know where we are. You can see the sign, Northeast Irrigation and Landscaping. Chris, the last name is
Lefebvre.
That's what I
correct.
thought.
Yep.
How are you?
Well, very good. Very excited about today. We got a lot of new products we're trying to move. We got Adirondack Dog Fence, which is a new business we're adventuring in. Then we're doing a lot with our new showroom.
Where's that?
It's going to be down in Big Hank Plaza, where our open house is May 1st.
Turnpike Extension?
Yeah, over by Henry's Pools and Spas. He's going to have an open house also, so I mean, we're getting exciting about that. On an open house May 1st. We're going to have our trees, shrubs, and all the other products. The new product we're trying to promote today is our rain barrel. A rain barrel over
I see
here.
a rain barrel.
Yeah, water conservation at its finest, simple form, but we're getting a lot of reception for that. So a lot of people are trying to be good to the environment, and that's a good way to start.
All of us old timers remember the rain barrel.
Sure.
Slide down my cellar door.
Yeah. Well, this one's a little more aesthetically pleasing than the old ones,
Well,
of course.
so what? They collect rainwater?
Yeah, what it is we collect 55 gallons. We got the screen here so we don't have leaves going in it.
Right.
Then we got an overflow, so if we don't get it in time, it goes down. But in the front, there's a water spigot. With the water spigot, you use the water for your plants, so it's just not rolling down on the ground and not being utilized. So
What a great idea.
Yeah, something to do.
Don't you wish you had invented that?
Well, I'm just trying to market it. Maybe one of these days I'll step on something like that.
Marketing is the name of the game, so you got lots of stuff going on.
Yeah, we got our barbecues, modular barbecues that we've got here also. Which, this day and age.
That's fancy stuff.
Yeah, well, we're trying to market the stuff that people are going to want. So. I mean, there's a lot of products out there. We're just trying to do the right thing. Environment going that way, and we got our paver line. So
That's great, Chris. I hope you do well in Big Hank Plaza.
Yeah, May 1st, everybody stop by and we'll go from there.
I love it. Thanks a lot, Chris.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye. Another country heard from. Roger Miner, how are you?
I'm doing well,
We know so many members of the Miner family. They're spread all over God's creation, aren't they?
Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing,
I think it's a good thing. In your case, no relation to Bill.
No, unfortunately, Bill didn't have any living descendants. Right?
Isn't that amazing? Well, so two of them in Saranac Lake, huh?
Oh, yes.
Roger, where do you live?
I live on General Leroy Manor Road.
Of course, all good people live on the General Leroy Manor Road. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing here with Vermont Castings.
Well, we have Vermont Castings and Dutch West, and primarily we use those in the wood stoves. We also have one of the lines that we picked up about a year ago is the St. Croix units. And we have a number of the St. Croix units here. Those are made in Waco, Nebraska. Those are pellet and corn burning units. And
those stoves have been going pretty well in the last few years, haven't they?
Yes, they have.
We need more pellet factories up here.
Well, and a lot of people don't realize, and they talk about corn. The first time I heard about burning corn, I thought there was something immoral or something about that. But corn actually is a little higher in BTU value than pellets.
It is.
And the beauty of it, it's renewable in 70 days. Think about it.
Yeah.
It's pretty
you can't grow a tree in 70 days.
No, you can't.
Not a very big one,
Not
anyway.
those that I had.
So how'd you get involved with this, Vermont Castings?
Well, Vermont Castings is one of the lines that we picked up after we got involved in it. We've only been in business a little over 2 years, and we got in the business because here a couple of years ago, as you recall, there was a big problem with the price of oil. And my brother and I.
Nobody forgets that, right?
Yeah, that's right. Well, my brother and I both got a little disgusted with paying that horrible price, and we thought, gee, maybe we should be thinking about burning pellets. And we thought if we felt that way, maybe other people felt that way too. So we decided to get into the business of pellet stoves primarily, but then it's expanded a little bit. Now, like I say, we're into wood stoves, and we've got some boilers and furnaces that are heavy output that will burn corn, pellets, wheat, barley, rye.
Come on,
cherry
are you
pits.
kidding
No,
me?
I'm not kidding you.
Cherry pits?
That unit right over there will burn just about anything that you want to burn.
Isn't that amazing? Well, I wish you luck with all of that.
Well, I thank you,
I
sir.
hope you sell a bunch of stoves. I know your name will get out there this weekend. It'll be fun.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Roger, great to meet you.
Nice
Have
meeting you.
a great
Gordon.
day.
You do the same.
Clinton County Department of Public Health.
Yes, sir.
Who are you?
I'm Jason Redmond.
Jason, I'm pleased to meet you. Do you
Nice to
work
meet
for the
you.
health department?
Yes, I do. I'm a public health technician.
Good for you. I bet you've never listened to some of the messages on the monthly hotline on the...
I can't say as I have, actually.
Thousands of people have, and I've recorded them every month for many, many years. So you'll know about bee stings and fleas and all kinds of good stuff on the website.
Yes.
Tell us why you're here today.
I'm here as an outreach effort to reach the community and give them some information. Typically, home show is a good time to discuss individuals' septic treatment. We have information on that. We have information on fluoridation of water, and a whole host of things, lead prevention in the home when remodeling. Of course, we always advocate for a smoke-free New York to enhance the public's health. And we have
the city's not going to have smoking at the beach anymore, I heard. How about that?
I'm interested to see how that's going to occur.
Yeah.
I'm not involved in that process too much, but it'll be interesting. Certainly might be a good thing for the bathers there. But.
Well, the health department is sometimes a resource that a lot of people don't think about, and it's too bad because they do so much for people of all ages.
Oh, yes.
For babies, for single people, for families, for businesses. It's a tremendous resource on the internet, of course.
Oh, yes.
But also, all these pre-recorded announcements on the telephone are really great. People can get the number easily, from the health department that call up and find out what the topic of the month is.
Oh, yes.
And a lot of it has to do with rabies and whatever people are thinking about on a given month. You know?
Yeah, the rabies clinics have been tremendously successful this year. We've had several, and I think at the last one that we just had, over 200 animals were vaccinated against rabies.
Yeah, think about it.
It's important.
Oh, they've been terrific. Believe me, they come to the fire station next door to my house in Morrisonville, and I'm always in line when my pets need it. It's great to talk to you.
It was nice
Good
talking to you
luck
too.
today. Have a lot of fun.
Thank you. Appreciate it, sir.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
We're not far from the entrance again. We've been to Circle once or twice. We're at Curtis Lumber. Who are you?
My name is Stacy Brooks.
Stacy, how are you?
Good.
Tell us a little bit about what you're doing here for the home show.
Well, we're here to promote decks, garages, and sheds. We have our deck samples set up. We've got for pressure treated or composite type decking.
Isn't it amazing? The materials today?
It is great. Yep.
So much different. Look, you can't tell from a distance. You can't tell what it's made of.
Yep, and it lasts forever.
Forever and ever and ever and ever.
Absolutely.
Have you been in the business a long time, Stacy?
I have been, for about 10 years.
So you've been around.
I have been around. I remember the olden days. Things have changed quite a bit recently with composite materials. Yep.
Is business picking up this year, you think?
It is. It is starting to pick up. It's, the winter was a little slow, but things are looking, people are excited to, fix up their houses. And
we hope that 2010 is going to be a great year.
We hope.
After some downtime.
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
nice to work for a company that has a name that's as prominent as Curtis, though, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yep. They're
You
a great
get an
company to
advantage
work
when somebody talks to you, they see Curtis Lumber, they think quality, right?
Yes, they do. Absolutely.
So today you're promoting mostly decks?
Yep, decks and garage packages. Yep, we're hoping for the home improvement this year. People are going to be looking to stay in their houses, add some value to it, add some usability to it.
You're the man to talk to.
Absolutely.
Stacy, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Great to meet you. Have a great day, will you?
Okay, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
The famous or infamous George Hubble. How are you, buddy boy?
Good, and you, my friend?
Just doing great. He made it on television more than we did this winter. Either he was plowing or he wasn't plowing. There was too much snow or too little snow.
They were looking for somebody handsome that was close by, and I just happened to fit the bill for him.
Well, I'll ask your wife if she agrees with that.
Well, go ahead.
Lake Champlain Pools. How long have you been in your location down there?
We're starting our 5th year now on Boynton Avenue.
Possible?
I know it doesn't seem it. Starting our 5th year. My 38th year building pools.
No,
I started when I had hair down to here and a six-pack abs.
I do remember those.
Yes.
Days. It was at least a 5-pack. I don't know about the 6-pack.
Anyway.
So, is the new location working out for you?
The new location is really awesome. It's a bigger building, great access, plenty of parking, more warehousing. So it's really working out fine for us. And it was just time for us to move on, and it's worked out.
You've expanded into so many different things now. Tell me some of the stuff you're doing.
Well, we sell saunas now, which are brand new for us. And we did go into the wood pellet and gas stove business.
I noticed a sign going by.
And so we've diversified. We've had to. And so we took the plunge a couple of years ago to go into the hearth business. And it's been a slow start, but we're in it to stay, and so we're just going to keep plugging away at it.
We're trying to get a sense of what 2010 is going to be like. Is it going to be better than last year?
I think for us it should be better. What we really need is some sunshine and some good weather. And that really drives all of the summer industries, whether it's us in the pools, boating, camping. You know everybody in here that has that type of a business. We are weather driven. We have to have sunlight and warmth.
Well, we're in this weekend on March 13th. We're setting our clocks back ahead tonight.
We're springing ahead,
And that'll give us a little more sunshine.
It will, and I think people are optimistic. We have people have held back. And we have held back ourselves, but I think people are really kind of ready to kind of let it rip a little bit and take some steps. And we're kind of tired of not having fun and not doing things. And I think it's time for people to kind of shake that off. And
I'm always tired when I'm not having fun. So let's have a good year. What do you say, George?
I say let's do it, man. Let's let it rip, and let's just hope we get some great weather and. People can get out and spend some money and have some fun.
We'll do it. Have a great day.
All right, thank you. Thanks for coming by. Great to see you again.
It's all right. Me either. Well, we're at All Trades Contracting. Who are you?
Nathan Seller.
Nathan, you're a North Country boy.
Yeah.
Northern Tier boy.
Yeah, right from Champlain.
You still live in Champlain?
Yep. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about All Trades Contracting. What's going on, Nathan?
Well, we're a plumbing heating company, do mechanicals. We now are going into the new era, per se, up here anyways. We're a little behind times, but we do geothermal and solar. Some of the new stuff that's out there,
What's this behind you, this fabulous looking contraption? What is
this? This is actually solar tubes for thermal solar for heating, for hot water and heating your home. These are evacuated tubes here. They conduct the sunlight. You can actually heat your water at 40% sunlight with these tubes. Made by Viessmann. Excellent product. It goes with the tank and everything.
So we go with this tank?
Yeah, that a little bit bigger, but the same tank, yeah.
Would you need a unit bigger than that for the average house or what?
No, this is, it depends on your water usage, yes. This right here is for the typical 2-bath, couple people in the house, typical family, yeah. That in the tank, it'll heat, typically your water, about 75% of your water a year for nothing.
That's not hard to take.
No, well, it is until you hear the price of what it costs. No.
But a lot of people are thinking green, especially with the seminars this weekend. A lot of people are thinking what they can do to improve their own carbon footprint,
Yeah, this here, you really, it's an excellent product. We do a lot with it, and I'm big into going green. I like it. My own house that we're designing now, it's all solar and geothermal. We're doing all that. It's what you got to do for the future. We're going to be, oil's going up, but the price of sun isn't. So
what else have you got besides that here?
We do a full array of things. We do condensing gas boilers, high efficiency stuff. High efficiency oil appliances. I know we got a lot of people out there still like the oil,
Sure.
And this boiler here, actually we're getting 91% out of that boiler.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, 91% out of that oil boiler. We do high efficiency oil for hot air systems, high efficiency for gas. We do a full array of water treatment. We're real big into water treatment, and we do quite a bit with that. So we got all the bases covered.
It sounds like you got things going. I hope you're very successful today and that you have a great year in 2010.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's great to meet you.
You too. Thanks. Yeah.
Well, it's come time again to wrap up part 1 of the Adirondack Builders Association Home Show 2010 at the Crete Memorial Civic Center on March 13th, 2010. Thank you all for watching this segment. We hope you get a chance to watch part 2. Make sure you make your contributions to Hometown Cable and care of Calvin Castine on the Ridge Road in Champlain. Tell us what your suggestions might be for future programs. We'll be glad to listen to anybody, anytime. Thank you so much for watching, and I know where we're going to be next time for Hometown Cable.